Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's installment of Storytime with Tasha. It is me, the one and only Tasha. So, today's episode is not actually an episode. I'm sorry, it's not actually a story. Today is me simply just explaining my reasons for why I choose online dating, which seem really like straight to the point, but there is a lot of strategic methods I use when it comes to this, and I've learned these over time, over my so many years of dating experience kind of stuff. So what I want to just say is that everyone's experiences are different. My experiences are obviously through my own eyes, through, what I've had to deal with, the conversations that I've had, the people that I've had, chance encounters with. So it's not to deter anybody from online dating if that is a preference for them. And it's also not to say that, online dating is the best and only solution. I don't even know if it's actually working for me. But I just know that it's something that I kind of prefer for the moment. So for starters, my first dating app was Tinder, obviously, because Tinder was like, there were other ones out there, but Tinder was more of an accessible app for a lot of people. And I first heard about it on the news. I was getting ready for work, and I think it was sometime in like 2010 or 11 or something like that. And I was getting ready for work, and it came across my screen, and I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. Let me give it a shot. It was that, and then there was another app, but I can't remember that app. So anyway, got on it, and it wasn't too many people on it, so I didn't really have to, because there wasn't so many people on it and so many people didn't know about it. The quality of people was a lot better than it is now, or than it was, 4 or 5 years ago. So when I got on it, I was actually meeting quality individuals that wanted an actual relationship. I thought that that's something that I wanted, but I obviously wasn't exactly sure because at the time I was like 19 or 20, and I just gotten into the whole going out kind of lifestyle. I was working at a bar, so it's like I wanted the idea of a relationship, but then again, I didn't want one. I still wanted my freedom, so I was kind of battling with the both of those. And for the most part, I was using Tinder kind of to look for a relationship, but then also to have a good time. And when I say have a good time, I don't mean like these fucking guys' definition of have a good time. I actually mean going out, socializing, drinks, food, great entertainment, great individuals. Like, that's what I mean by, have a good time. That's a term that I hate to use, and I hate when people use it to me, because I don't hear a lot of women say, I'm just looking for a good time. I hear a lot of fucking guys saying that shit. And the reason why I hear a lot of guys fucking saying that shit is because your definition of a good time is get drunk, have sex, kick her out. And you can lie to me if you want, but I'm not stupid. Like, I'm a woman, I'm a black woman, and I'm from New York City. You can't you can't lie to me about that. But it's okay if you try. You could definitely give it a go. So, yeah, so I was looking for the two of those things and was hoping that they could correlate together, which was kind of difficult for me because not from Tinder, but the other app that I had, I found my ex-boyfriend, and he was a year younger than me. So things were, once I officially turned 21, because I had my older sister's ID, so I was still able to go out and stuff like that, even though I was under 21. But once I turned 21, it was difficult for us because there were a lot of things that I could do that he couldn't. And I tried to involve him, but I think it just made him uncomfortable because he wasn't. And ultimately, I was like, we should probably take a break. Didn't go so well for him. He went batshit crazy. Police reports, detectives, parents got involved. It was a whole big thing. Yeah, so that was probably my first actual relationship from a dating site. It didn't go well, obviously, like I said, but it didn't scare me away from doing that, like going back into online dating, because I found that I did end up finding something that I wanted. It was bad timing. So I was like, well then, now that I'm, you know, 21 and older, and I could actually legally go out and do things and whatnot, let me give it another try. And I did. But at that time, this was a couple years later, and then it became very popular. So the traction of Tinder completely, like, it skyrocketed. Like, everyone had a fucking Tinder. And when I got back on it, I just realized the people there were fucking trash. They were so trash. They were disgusting degenerates. And hey, I could be a little degenerate every now and then. But the guys that I came across on there were just so fucking disgusting. Some people wouldn't have anything in their bios, so I wasn't sure what they were looking for. But like, I'd match them, and they'd immediately write some really like objectifying shit to me. And I'd be like, "Are you fucking serious? Like, you can't even say hello. This is how you? What are you? What?" And it would make me so angry because I'm like, why do people feel like they could talk like this to me? Or anybody for that matter. It's rude. It's very disrespectful. You would not want some guy saying some fucked up shit to your mom. You want to fight the dude, right? Why would you feel it's okay to say it to me or any other woman? Some women might like it, and let me tell you, it fucking shocked the hell out of me to hear how these women were talking to these guys on here. But not everyone is like that. Make sure you're on the same playing field before you decide to introduce that chicanery, because it's just disgusting. And at that point, I was like, I can't deal with Tinder, because I was cursing people out left and right, and it's like, that's not the experience that I want. So I was blocking people and matching people, reporting people, like, for everything, every little fucking thing. And what that kind of taught me was they taught me the red flags of, like, if they have absolutely nothing in their bio. I don't care if you just made the profile or not. If you take the time to add some pictures, like 5 pictures, but you can't put 5 words, I already see where this is going. You don't care. You don't care enough to put what you're looking for because you don't give a shit. And that's okay. So that was one sign that I would look for. If they have absolutely nothing in their bio, I don't even want to know what it is that you're looking for, because obviously it's nothing. If it was something, you'd have it there. Swipe left. Another red flag that I came across was if they had nothing but, like, shirtless pictures. You can't tell me out of all the seasons throughout a year, you never was required to wear a shirt. Not one time. Swipe left. I'm not even going to engage with you to find out why. Swipe left. So these were some of the signs that I notice and pick up on to be like, you know what? I know how this, I may not know how this person is going to behave, but I know at some point he's going to piss me off, and I'm not trying to give my energy to that. So I'm not even going to give him the opportunity. So I would swipe left. And then I got on OkCupid. So I was still on Tinder, and I got on OkCupid. And OkCupid I took a little bit more seriously. It took me a few months to even, like, complete my profile because it was kind of tedious. And I don't have Match, but I imagine it's kind of like a match profile. There were, a selection of questions, and fill it out obviously to the best of your ability and whatnot. And some of the questions were so annoying because I felt like I was filling out an application, or answering interview questions and stuff like that. Like, it was really annoying, but obviously it was for the benefit of me, because I was able to, I put what I was genuinely looking for out there, and if I didn't get the same in return, then I was able to avoid that type of interaction. With Tinder, I wasn't necessarily able to avoid that. I would have to see, once we match with this person, what they were like, and I didn't have the fucking time for that. I really didn't. So with OkCupid, I definitely preferred that for a very long time. Obviously still single and still looking, but the quality of people on OkCupid definitely was a lot better. Like, I mean, a lot better. I was actually able to meet people, and even if we disagreed as far as, like, what our intentions were, because you have the option of putting whether or not you want a monogamous relationship, open relationship, whether or not you're pansexual, stuff like that. They've added more sexualities there, but I don't get too deep into it. That's too much to answer. But yeah, there were specifics where you're able to actually pinpoint what it is that you're looking for. And if you end up speaking to someone you know, and you don't share the same interests, there was never like any bad animosity or anything like that parting ways. It was like, okay, well, you're a pansexual and you're only interested in open relationships. That's cool. Hope you find what you're looking for and then you go on, right? Because it seemed like it was trying to attract people that wanted something. Tinder, on the other hand, I don't know. I've had argument after argument with people on there. Another thing that I've learned, and I've had this on OkCupid as well. Another thing that I've learned to avoid was like being sexually objectified. So I know I got boobs. You know I have boobs. Everybody in the world knows I have boobs. Everyone knows that they're bigger than maybe the average or whatever. Everyone knows. Everyone has full, you know, view of them. They're there. Everyone is well aware of this. I've had people write me and say, and I'm thinking that they're like, you know, decent individuals. And I've had them say the most disrespectful shit to me and think it was okay because it was on the internet. 80% of those times it was from people on Tinder. The other 20%, 10% was OkCupid, and the other 10% was in person. But you know, motherfuckers either whisper that shit or they drunk as fuck when they say it to me. So I didn't really have to deal too much with that on Tinder. It was like, you know, if you're in the early stages of getting to know somebody and you feel that comfortable enough to say that, there is absolutely no reason for us to move forward with this conversation. You're already showing me that you don't give a shit about how I feel about anything, nor do you respect my body. And, you know, I would get responses like, oh, it's just a joke. I'm not walking around here joking about, you know, dead dogs or dead babies. I mean, there's some funny dead baby jokes, but I'm not joking about it. So why do you if it's making me uncomfortable and I'm saying I don't like it, don't tell me to get a sense of humor. You get some fucking respect and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, won't happen again. But I never really got those type of responses, and when I did, they really didn't mean them, because then the energy of the conversation changed. They felt like they were reprimanded and now they felt like they couldn't say anything to me. And it's like, no, I'm not saying you can't talk to me. I'm just saying watch what the fuck you say. No one walks through this world saying the first thing that comes to their mind. So why do you feel comfortable to do that right now? You don't know me, and you're trying to get to know me. You're trying to take me out, and that's your way of doing so. Good luck. Good luck and Godspeed. But yeah, it was ridiculous. So it was, yeah. The nothing in the profile, red flag. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you just made the profile or not. If there's nothing in your bio that gives me any inclination of the type of individual or personality type that you are, I'm not speaking to you. You got time to put up 5 pictures, but you don't have time to write 5 words? No. If all your pictures are of you shirtless, out of all the seasons, not one of them required you to wear a shirt? No. If we do match and your conversation is borderline sexually objectifying, I already know where your mindset is, and I'm not going there with you. So no. I will even let you know that it's not happening and then dead you. No, not happening. Or if all around I say I don't like something and you don't care to respect it. It doesn't necessarily have to be about any sexual jokes or innuendos. It could simply be, I don't like the way you curse to me. Or I don't like, you know, I don't like how you talk to me in general. Like, it could be anything. If I don't like it, don't do it. And don't tell me I need to get over you doing it and accept that you do it. That's some bullshit. That's some straight up bullshit. So those are the 4 major things that I pick up on. Now, after that, obviously, we've probably gotten comfortable and to the point where we want to meet. Now, once we get in person and we want to meet and stuff like that, that means we've built some sort of a rapport. So maybe, yeah, you can make a joke or 2 and whatnot. But yeah, you can't necessarily do that when you're already in the space of this person. Like if I meet them at a bar, you know, I don't know that their intentions are just sex. I don't know that, because they're going to put up this face, they're going to put up this facade because they already have you where they want you. So now it's just sealing the deal. That's all it is. So I can't really gauge what direction it's going. At least with my online dating and my conversations, I can make a calculated decision on whether or not I think this person is a good fit for me and what I'm looking for, or if this person's intentions are the same as mine, whether it be fun or whether it be a long-term relationship. I can pick up on these things as conversation progresses. I can't necessarily do that once I'm already in a space with somebody out in public, or, at a restaurant or at a bar or anything like that. I can't do it. So, next time, somebody asks me why I prefer online dating, I would literally just say, just refer to this, because it pretty much gives a solid answer as to why. And it's not necessarily going great, but it's also not going bad either. So, just kind of, and it's not for everybody. Online dating is not for everybody. Some people have better luck than others, and I don't think there's any right way to go about it. It's just, if it works for you, then it works for you. So, you know, I tried Match, but I have to pay, and I'm not paying nothing. Sorry, I don't think love should cost a thing, so I'm not paying for it. Yeah, I mean, if you go on Craigslist, go on Craigslist. If you go on Tags or Plenty of Fish, or do you. Whatever your reasons for doing it and not doing it, everybody wants love. Everybody's out here looking for love. So find it the way you see fit for you. And hopefully you find your Prince Charming or your princess, or whatever kind of sexual orientation you want to call yourself. Don't get me started. But yeah, those, next time you want to ask me why I do online dating, or why I talk to people, why I talk to people from, through the screen rather than in person or something. It's not because I'm a fake, or it's not because, I'm hiding something. It's simply because I'm trying to protect myself. And I have developed methods in order to do so. And so far, they've been doing a good job for me. So let me know some of your reasons for online dating, whether or not you think it's trash, or whether or not it works for you.